Do you want to leave a legacy for future generations? Do you want to save federal income taxes? And do you want to save just like the rich do? This is what you need to know about the Spendthrift Trust. I have both the business and beneficial trust from the Benson Financial Trust, and I want to teach as many U.S. business owners, 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors how to save taxes legally. Most people have never heard of this trust. 97% of the trusts sold every year in the United States are exactly what my mom and dad had and what Susie Orman talks about on PBS television, the family trust. The only thing the family trust does is avoid going through probate. Then it dissolves. This is not your mom and dad's trust. This is what the rich have. When we're talking about the rich, we're talking about the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, Robin Williams, O.J. Simpson, and other people. If they can save taxes, why can't the regular people save taxes? So let's get into this. This does come from England way back when King Henry VIII, the famous king who chops off people's heads, started the Church of England. It went back to the Magna Carta and it became contract law that came to the colonies while we were still part of England. The law firm I work on behalf of inherited a trust that turned 350 years old in 2023, before we were a country. Our current tax law went into effect in February of 1913, and the super rich families, the DuPonts, the Carnegies, the Kennedys, and the Rockefellers, made sure they could continue to save taxes. Well, if they can do it, why can't we do it? My personal story, so you have it. I became a real estate investor in late December 2018 after my mom got sick. She got septic in the blood. She was on a ventilator for 13 months, in a hospital for 15 months. In 2019, still working as a full-time as a Medicare broker, I wholesaled 7 properties nationwide. Woohoo! Sally was a rock star. I paid off all my debt. I had 2 car payments because my brand new car that was 3 weeks old got T-boned on the way to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. The guy had no insurance, and I had to get a second car. I had a mortgage. I had student loans, and I had credit card debt. Well, being a real estate investor paid everything off. When I went to go do my 2019 taxes, my CPA gave me some bad news. I went from 22% tax break up to 24% tax break, and I owed the federal government $79,000 in short-term capital gains. Whew. It was a shock. I literally cried in my car for 20 minutes. Then I was worried that everybody in my real estate group would think I was a complete fraud because I forgot about capital gains. Well, I started teaching a mastermind in my real estate group, and it's surprising how many other people forgot about capital gains and haven't filed their taxes in years. This is really kind of scary. So, if I can save taxes in 2022 with the business trust, I saved 92% on my 3 online businesses and only paid 8%, and I didn't pay North Carolina state income taxes because I don't exist in North Carolina. It's a beautiful thing. So the business trust is for U.S. business owners and U.S. 1099 income earners. You will save at least 90% on your federal income taxes year after year, generation after generation. And then if you're in one of the 43 states that have state income taxes and you get everything in the trust, you'll save that also. Just to give you an idea, some people I'm helping, I'm going to move this over so I can see what's happening. In Los Angeles, she has a salon and she also has a beauty school. With her being in Los Angeles, we're saving her California state income taxes and we're saving her federal income taxes. At the first year of having the Spendthrift Trust, she's going to save $401,609. This money is her money. She can either, I'm changing my slides, but I don't want to. She can pay off her mortgage. She can expand her school. She can buy a new car. She can invest it. She can give it to charity. She can help a family member out. Another person who I helped on here, let's see, a home inspection company in Ohio. They have 7 home inspection people. They're going to save, they started halfway through 2023. So for the entire 2024, they will save over $73,255. Again, this is their money. What the wife wants to do is hire a VA to start taking over her job because she's sick of answering the phones all the time. I think they can afford that. Another one that I helped, a Shopify owner. She's 23 years old and she sells earrings. For the past 5 months, when we started this in September for her, for the past 5 months, she was making $9,000 a month. If she doesn't increase her store, she still is going to save over $17,338 every single year. For her, this is going to pay off her student loans, and then she's going to be completely debt-free. Good for her. The business trust is legal. It's copywritten. It's in the IRS Tax Code 643B, like Bravo. So is the beneficial trust, by the way. Both the business trust and the beneficial trust are going to save you in 4 very important ways. Number 1, federal taxes, year after year, generation after generation. Number 2, keep your information private. Your LLC or your S Corp does not do that. I can go out to a Secretary of State website or the Corporation Commission website of your state and research your LLC. There is a reason why 40% of all LLCs get sued every single year, because your information is not private. With the trust, it is. Number 3, talking about being sued. If you get everything into the trust, all your lawsuits become frivolous. True story. O.J. Simpson has a trust. He went to jail for several months when he broke into a Las Vegas hotel room. It did not affect all his assets in the trust. All his assets are still there for him. And then number 4, you won't have to do the 2024 Corporate Transparency Act for the Treasury Department. If you don't know about this act from the Treasury Department, every LLC doing business as or corporation has to fill out paperwork for the Treasury Department or be fined $10,000 and or 2 years in jail. Yikes! This is why you need the Spendthrift Trust. So we talked about the business trust for U.S. business owners and 1099 income earners. Now we're going to talk about the beneficial trust. I started looking for the Spendthrift Trust because I got in trouble with short-term capital gains. So the 5 taxes the beneficial trust will save year after year, generation after generation, are capital gains on profits, interest income on investments, dividend income if you're in the stock market, rental income if you have property, and then royalty income taxes. This is going to save, my clients save thousands of dollars every single year. Just to give you an idea of capital gains short term, if you're a wholesaler, a fix and flipper, if you're doing auction houses, or if you're doing tax liens, you're taxed between 10% to 37%, depending on your tax bracket. I personally use 24% because that's what I was paying when I started my Spendthrift Trust in September of 2000. So far, I have saved over 6 figures in taxes in 3 years. If I can do it, you can do it too. The interest income taxes. This is for people who are, passive investors, doing subject to real estate, the BRRRR strategy, creative financing, or seller financing. The seller financing house I did in November is going to save, with the Spendthrift Trust, I'm going to save over $56,792 in taxes with the beneficial trust. I want to help as many U.S. business owners, U.S. 1099 income earners, and U.S. investors save federal taxes legally with the Spendthrift Trust. I work for a private law firm that only sells the Benson Financial Trust that has been around for over 75 years. Paul Benson was a Harvard law professor. He wrote the trust and started his law firm. Now a grandson and a great-grandson have the law firm, so it's changed its name. But in 75 years, not a single trust has ever been audited. So they can give you a certification saying if you use our CPAs, you won't be audited, because it doesn't happen. So please set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me. If you go out to www.thetrustisyou.com/scheduling, I will take you out to NerdWallet. I will give you 3 articles from Forbes magazine, and I will also give you 2 pages of case law to prove to you it is it's there. It's completely honest. If your financial advisor or your CPA says I'm lying, tell them a textbook that trust attorneys study in law school is called Scott and Asher on Trust, 5th edition. Right now, there are over 1 million attorneys in the United States, and only 4% of the attorneys are trust attorneys. If your CPA is not a trust attorney, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Thank you for watching this video. I'm so glad you took some time out of your day to watch. Start saving federal and state income taxes legally with the Spendthrift Trust. Again, set up a 30-minute tax breakthrough session with me and start saving. Take care and have a beautiful Wednesday evening. Bye-bye. Breakthrough session with me and start saving. Take care and have a beautiful Wednesday evening. Bye-bye.